Hi, my name is Eliza Jensen, and this is my calculator app. In order to get to this finished prototype, I started with some researching interfaces and different types of calculators and smartphone technology. I researched handheld, printing, scientific calculators and calculator apps. After that, I looked at what direction I would go. I knew I had to do a calculator app, but I didn't know what type. So I started some mind maps to generate some good ideas, finally settling on a app that calculates cook time and temperature at high altitudes. After that, I realized I needed to do some additional research on high altitude cooking because I didn't know a lot about it. And then I determined my target audience, which is somebody who's familiar with cooking but isn't an expert, so an amateur baker or chef. After that, I set some scenarios and made some scenarios and set some goals for the app, and started sketching and created a paper prototype. I did one user test with those scenarios in that paper prototype before moving on to another refined paper prototype, doing 2 tests on that. After that, I created some digital wireframes, just black and white boxes, did 2 tests on that, and then did a digital first draft. Did an additional test on that. Taking the learnings from all of those and iterating as I went along, I created this final design in a workable prototype. So this first screen, they have the option to search location, which would pop up like this. Select their location and confirm which location that is. Then from here, they can input the time it took. I learned here that often people don't read this, they just go right into the information. Then hit calculate and gives the recommendations. This screen I learned from my user tests that these action items need to be not as prominent as this information, because this is what they come here for, and you want them to really notice this information rather than just clicking on these. Let's go ahead and go back. Use my location, just uses the location within their app, and picking their altitude brings them to this screen here. Let's just say 4,000 to 5,000. I learned that you shouldn't display a confirmation screen for picking an altitude because it's too repetitive. They already knew what they picked. So going through this once more just real quickly. I want to show one more thing I added in, is this more ways to alter my recipe. Initially I had this before you enter in the information you want to calculate, but I learned through my tests that it should go at the end so users know where they are and only shows the information if they want it. Thank you for listening.